Greetings and welcome to another video. Today is Saturday, 23rd of September 2023, and I'm in Granville Park this afternoon. This is my second video today, and in my first video today I explored a path all the way down to Muxton Marsh. And to be honest, my first video today turned out much better than I thought it was going to be. I did have the thought in my head that one of the paths I'd end up exploring here in Granville would eventually lead me down to Muxton Marsh. It was just a matter of finding which path that would be. So yeah, I'm glad I found that path in the end, and it reminded me of a video I made exploring Muxton Marsh and also the Granville Heritage Trail, which I made, I think it was maybe 3 years ago, something like that. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it was fun making those videos around Muxton Marsh and the Granville Heritage Trail. I don't know if I will return to Muxton Marsh at some point to make a new video exploring the place again. I mean, it would be nice if I did that. I just haven't decided when I'll do that, to be honest. But that's something I'll have to think about, but at the same time something to look forward to doing if I do decide to go back and make another video around Muxton Marsh. We'll see how it pans out. In the meantime, back to today's video. While the weather's nice here at Granville Park, I want to explore another footpath that I've not been down before and see where it leads me. With that in mind, let's have a look at my starting point this afternoon and carry on from there. So, where am I? Let's have a look. As you can see, I'm starting at the same spot in Granville Park where I started my previous video today. Starting here seemed like a good idea, to be honest with you. And this little area I'm in is a really good place to be. Really good spot to just be in and explore. Take the time to sit down and appreciate, really enjoy your surroundings here. So with that in mind, I'll be honest, I really do like it here. Yeah, this is a great place to be. So, with the plan of action this afternoon, we're just going to walk over to that signpost in front of me and proceed from there. Granville Local Nature Reserve. Wax Hill Barracks mine was one of the earlier Lilleshall Company mines. This was sunk in around 1818 and had a depth exceeding 275 metres. The mine worked coal and ironstone, and mining stopped around 1900, although pumping continued until 1930 to reduce the risk of flooding. Now, from where I'm standing at this moment, if I look to my right, the path I'm on, if I was to follow it in the direction I'm facing, that will take us to the entrance of Granville Park. And beyond the entrance of Granville Park, in the direction in front of me, it'll also take you to a few other places. For example, Shropshire Golf Club and a couple of other footpaths worth exploring here at Granville Park, which I've already explored in previous videos. So we're not going that way in this video. Instead, if we turn around behind me, again on the path I'm now standing, we're going to follow and explore in the direction I'm now facing in front of me, going through the gates. So with that in mind, let's carry on. It's going to be good. It's going to be very good. Through the gate. Now this path here, going off to my left, it's along this path here you follow in order to get to Muxton Marsh. I'm not going to go this way in this video because, well, I've already been along this path, but anyone interested in what I find in order to get to Muxton Marsh, then feel free to watch the previous video I made today. Like I said, it was a really good video. I enjoyed making it, to be honest. With that in mind, if we just look up this way, it's this way we're going to be going this afternoon for this video. And just like with the other path I was on earlier on this afternoon, right here, it's really peaceful. It's really nice. And if we look to my left, you've got this really nice field here. We saw this field in a video I made last Sunday when I was exploring Granville, because the path I explored last Sunday does come out to this field, which I really enjoyed exploring, to be honest. Lots of great places in Granville. So let's carry on this way. Over the past few weeks, when I've been exploring Granville Park, when I saw this path that I'm now walking down, I first thought it would have been this path that would have connected me to Muxton Marsh, like I was talking about at the start of the video. But no, turned out it was, as I said, the other path I explored today that took me there. But that was good. That was really good. Of course, that means I don't know where this path is going to take me to. Well, it's going to be worthwhile exploring, to be honest. Seeing where it goes. So, with that in mind, let's get focused on where we're going. Just like some of the other paths I've explored around Granville, the further along you go, the more peaceful it becomes. I mean, I can hear traffic in the distance at the moment, but there are certain points where you can't hear any traffic, and it's easy to forget that we're in Donington, in Telford. I think every town, and especially the cities across the UK, need places like this. Right, so we've got some steps going down to my left. By the looks of it, I would hazard a guess these steps take us down to the housing estate. I mean, you can see a couple of houses through the trees in front of me. Not very well, but you can see them. So I would hazard a guess these steps lead you down there. Is it interesting? I'm not going to go down these steps because, yeah, don't want to end up at someone's front door. At least not at the moment. So we're going to stick to the path and just carry on and see where it takes us. Yeah, now we're further along the path, you can have a better view of the houses that are on the left. And if you look to my right, I know you can't see it very well because all the trees, but there's an open field full of solar panels. Yeah, so there's a lot of solar panels in the field to my right. Hey, this looks interesting. You've got this brick structure here, obviously with a gate on top to make sure no one starts climbing down it, and yeah, it's full of sticks of various kinds. Fascinating. No, actually it's quite interesting, this is. I wonder how long this has been here, and did it have a use as something in the past? Was this somehow connected to the mining that used to happen here? I have to check that out at some point. Nice one. The path I'm on is really nice and gentle, to be honest. It's a flat path, even ground for the most part. So I can imagine people in wheelchairs or pushing babies in buggies will find this path really good to be on, because it seems well, if you're in a decent enough wheelchair, then yeah, this is a very user-friendly path, I imagine. Okay, so got a split in the path. On my left, we've got this gateway here. Otherwise, on my right, you've got that gate there. Let's have a look at that actually. I got these little steps leading up that way. That looks interesting. Path going off that way. You can see the solar panels in the field in front of me. You've got this sort of signpost here. I don't know what this means, but it looks interesting. Okay, so I could follow the path to my left, or could follow the same path going off to my right. Interesting options, to be honest, very interesting. But what I'm going to do is head back over here, back to the path I was exploring to begin with. So here we are. So the path to my left, this is the path we've been exploring so far, and if I was to head in the direction I'm now facing, that'll take us back to where we started this video. So what the plan is to face to my right and head off in this direction like we were originally doing. And if we look here, we've got a random brick wall going on. I wonder what building this used to be a part of. Be interesting to know, to be honest. Be good to learn about that. In the meantime, like I said, I want to stay focused on this path to see where it goes. So yeah, with that in mind, let's carry on. Now check this place out. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Firstly, if we look to the right, you'll see a brick wall going on, and what looks like a disused section of railway track. Which adds up, because I was told that the path I'm on at the moment used to be a railway track. On this railway track would be used to supply the mining operation that used to happen here, and like bring in supplies and take out raw materials. But look at this. This is amazing. Let's take a closer look at it. Right, there's a couple of warning signs up there on the wall which state loose brickwork, keep out. So obviously this building's a bit unstable, potentially dangerous in some places, so pay attention to the signs definitely and keep out. But look at this. Well, we've got a picnic bench here, so people have got the option to stop here and grab something to eat while they're exploring around here. But if we have a look, absolutely amazing. At the start of this video, we saw that information signpost talking about the Wax Hill Barracks, where miners would live while the Lilleshall Company would mine this area for iron and coal. And I could be wrong, but I'm guessing this structure behind me used to be the pumping station, designed to keep water out of a mine and prevent flooding. So yeah. So yeah. I might be wrong, I'm guessing here, but this could be the remains of the pumping station designed to keep water from flooding the mine. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I wasn't expecting to see this along this path. It's brilliant, absolutely gorgeous. Now, while I was taking the time to admire the building behind me, which is absolutely brilliant, I noticed a couple of other things going on, which I'll try to have a look at right now. To begin with, first things first, you've got this path going off to the side here, which, let's have a look where it goes to. Okay, you've got a couple of other picnic benches here. And the path goes off this way. Okay, we've got an information signpost here. Let's have a look. Muxton Bridge Colliery and pumping engine. This looks amazing. The mine was one of the pits owned by the Lilleshall Company, formerly Marquis of Stafford and Company, and opened around 1830. It was deepened in 1869 to become one of the earliest deep pits. The adjacent Donington Wood Canal was initially used to transport the coal from the mine, but this was replaced in 1853 with a standard gauge railway which ran into the mine. All that remains of the mine today are the large brick-built winding engine house, circa 1884, which housed a pair of horizontal steam-driven winding engines. In line with the winding house there are tops of a pair of mine shafts. Also nearby are the remains of the bob wall, pumping shaft and base for a 26-inch or 66-centimetre diameter Cornish beam engine which discharged water from Muxton and other nearby mines into the canal. The coal was transferred initially to the canal and then the railway by plateways. The wharves can still be seen and sections of railway track are visible adjacent to the winding house. Lilleshall Company records state that in 1894 the mine employed 59 people underground and 29 above ground. By 1905 this had reduced to a total of 18. The mine closed in 1912 and pumping ceased in 1930. In 1988, the pumping engine remains were excavated, mine shafts filled and capped with concrete, the winding engine house converted, and the site became part of the Granville Country Park. Mock-up brickwork was built on top of 2 of the 4 shafts to show where these shafts had been. Okay, so you've got an old map of the site and a diagram of a brick pillar bob wall approximately 12 feet high or 3.7 meters. And that's there a picture of a winding engine built at New Yard for Woolstonton Colliery, Stoke-on-Trent. The Lilleshall Company. In 1764, Granville, In 1964, Granville, Earl Gower, later to become the first Marquis of Stafford, formed a partnership with John and Thomas Gilbert to develop the mineral resources on his lordship's estates in East Shropshire. The partnership was known as the Earl Gower and Company. John Gilbert was previously employed by the Duke of Bridgewater and was the genius behind the Bridgewater Canal, which was opened in 1763, the first commercial canal in England. The partnership constructed the Donington Wood Canal between Pave Lane on the Wolverhampton to Newport Road and the mines at Donington Wood, and was opened in 1767. The partnership was renamed the Marquis of Stafford and Co. in 1786. The partnership became firmly established and prosperous, but after the deaths of the Gilberts in 1795 and 1798, their shares were brought from their executors in 1802 by the youngest son of the Marquis of Stafford, Lord Granville Leveson Gower, and shortly after a new partnership was formed between his lordship, John Bishton, James Birch, John Onions and William Phillips, and was called the Lilleshall Company. This company built blast furnaces and sunk mines to obtain the iron ore and coal they required. The iron, as well as becoming famous worldwide, was used in the foundries that they built, including the new yard at St. George's. The foundries were used to construct the railway engines for the 26-mile rail network that superseded the canal to transport the goods between the company's operating sites. The pumping, winding and blowing engines for mines and steel works were built at New Yard. The workers needed houses, hospitals, schools and reading rooms, which were constructed using bricks from the company's brickworks at Sned's Hill and Doddington Wood, and built by the company in the surrounding area. Land and generous donations were also provided for churches and chapels. This is absolutely amazing. I had no idea this was here. This is a great bit of local history going on. So yeah, this is where we are at. And this signpost will explain why we've got a couple of picnic benches going on here. So yeah. So as you can see, we've got a path to explore off in the direction in front of me. Otherwise, if I turn around, I'm looking behind me, there's a path going up this way as well. Oh, and there's something else to look at over here. Okay. There's a lot to explore around here. So we've got a path going off to my left here. A path there, and if we look behind me, you've got a signpost for pointing off in the direction of the Telford T50 50-mile trail, the Granville Heritage Trail and Hutchinson Way. That's absolutely brilliant. I wonder what this used to be part of. Alright, so we've got a gate. Okay, so here we've got another signpost talking about Granville Country Park as a whole. And we've seen this sign already in different parts of Granville Park. And I've talked about this signpost in detail in a previous video a couple of weeks ago. So I'm not going to go through it again today, but seeing this is just brilliant. So we have a look at this. Okay, so we seem to be at a car park. Alright, so we've got a road in front of me. So this is absolutely brilliant. By the looks of it, the Telford T50 50-mile trail and the Hutchinson Way go all the way down this road to my left. I don't know where this road goes, to be honest. I really don't. But I'm not going to go down this way. Not today. Which means we're going to head back this way. Back over here. Okay, so this path to my left, we've just come from here. So that will take us back to where we were a couple of minutes ago. But I want to test a theory. This path to my right, will this path lead me back to where I was earlier on? It would be great if it did. That would be absolutely amazing. Path turning around to my left here. And it does. The path I'm on loops back round right, so I've noticed this to my right, we've got these steps heading up in that direction, and if we have a look here, the Granville Heritage Trail heads up in that direction. I'm not going to go that way today, but if I remember, it might be worth exploring another day. But yeah, that's just brilliant. So yeah, this has been an amazing day. A really, really good afternoon. I'm glad about this. Found something absolutely amazing. I love this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this video here and then get home and upload to YouTube both the videos I made today. I'm absolutely amazed by all of this. Brilliant. Thank you everyone for watching these videos that I made today. I really do appreciate everyone who watches all my videos, so thank you. Take care of yourselves, be safe, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all soon in the next video. Thank you, goodbye.